Hello again, everybody. I'm JimmyTheSaint, and welcome to Shadowgate. I know this is going to be a little bit different from my usual videos, but I had some spare time and wanted to try something a little bit different. This is Shadowgate, and this game was really popular a long time ago. This is the remake of it. The game originally came out in around 1987 or so. It's kind of an adventure game, a point and click. It's really a cool game. It's very unique when it was released. And the remake is very nicely done. As you can hear, the music is really nice here. So, but I remember playing this game. It originally came out on the Mac, I think, in like the late 80s. But I remember playing it on the Nintendo, the original NES. The late 80s, early 90s, I forget exactly when. But the game really stuck with me all these years, and then they did the developers came back and did a Kickstarter campaign a couple of years ago and wanted to remake the game, and they had a successful campaign, and this is the result, Shadowgate. So I've already started, oh, sorry, the music quieted down here a bit, but I started to play the game a bit just to make sure everything worked, set up my resolution and all that. I turned the tips off because they are a little bit cheatsy, but I'm going to start a new game. So I played for about 5 or 10 minutes or so, just so I kind of get a feel and make sure everything worked right. But we're going to start a new game. If you're not really familiar with the game or the lore, that's fine. It gives you a lot of backstory as you play the game. So let's jump right in. For players new to first-person adventures, do not require a deep knowledge of the Shadowgate universe. Let's start it out on normal. You can always change to classic later. So we'll check this out on normal, and it should get a cutscene here.
A hero's journey? A great quest? Certainly it shall be these things. But for you, young Jer Cuthager, soldier of Windermere, could it not be so much more? In dreams, I have come to you, beseeching, entreating. Ride south, boy. Take naught but a dirk, a torch, courage. Ride south from Rivelin, around the southern arm, through the Waven Fair Wood, past Myrithsath, beyond the citadel of Murlak Tor, and the spires of Gimdane, and the darkness of Tarketh's Pass. There you shall find my stone in wait. Under the shade of the mountain range, none have entered, either on foot, on mount, on wing. Gatekeeper, the oldest of spires, it harbors that which has been spoken of in whispers and ascribed to legend. Shadowgate, the living castle. But all is not as it should be. One of our own is now our great bane, a blight upon us. He has brought the ancient keep low, and it now lies fallow. It is there that you will find me, Blackmere of the Circle of 12. It is there that you will find this great quest. It is there that you will find yourself.
All right, so basically we went out and found Blackmere, and he teleported us here, and as we show up here at the gates of Shadowgate. The gates of Shadowgate. I guess this door goes into Shadowgate, I guess I should say. But anyways, with Blackmere's words echoing in your head, you stumble a bit until the world ceases its lurching. You stand before the Gatekeeper Mountain, an ornate door framed by a series of skulls is fashioned under the rock wall. So you'll just kind of look around. This is kind of a puzzle game. It's got some puzzle elements, some point-and-click elements, adventure-style game. And basically you start off with almost nothing. You come with a dirk, a dagger, so to speak, a torch, and your courage. So we've got nothing else, but you can you can get different outfits or things to wear, armor and stuff to wear. You can get different spells that'll help you out in certain situations. It's got an archive for all the notes you collect in the game, and of course your items to use here and there. So if you notice carefully here, there's a skull missing. You can click on items, basically like doors and stuff, to inspect them. Iron bands bind the rough-hewn wooden planks that comprise this door. The door is locked, so we gotta find a key to unlock the door. What do we got over here? The thick green roots twist through the dense foliage. But if you look right here, there's a skull. Let's examine this. A faint glow forms within the eye sockets of the bleached skull. You jump as the lower jaw rattles. Come on, boy, I haven't got all day. Pick me up. Talking skull. Alright, so let's pick it up. You nearly drop the skull when it begins to speak. About time, boy. You have no idea how long I've been here. You can call me Yorick. I have no recollection of how I got here, but I do know plenty about this castle. If you need help on this quest of yours, just speak to me and I'll give you a hint. So that's kind of how you can get hints through the game. You can click on him, open your inventory here. Actually, he's up at the top there. You can just click on him and get a hint. But if you look right here, there's a key. We will take that key. And to use items, it's placed into your satchel here. You open the satchel, click on the use icon, and we're going to use it on this door here. Pretty simple puzzle, right? Not really a puzzle. You turn the key, unlocking the door. After a moment, you toss the key aside. So now we can open the door, and you just basically double-click to go into the door. So the door opens with an eerie creak. Without warning, a pair of glowing eyes.
Was a fool to send a child to do that which even the vaunted Circle of 12 could not. Contain my growing power. Come if you wish. It makes little difference. Seal your fate within this living castle of the dead.
Oh, that's cool. So the apparition fades, leaving behind a trail of cold air behind it. Pretty dramatic there. That's pretty cool. So it's got some animated scenes, some cut scenes, kind of like that thrown in here and there. It's pretty cool. You can take these torches. Here and there, there's going to be some torches. And basically, if your torch ever runs out, you die. It's kind of a way to keep a time limit on the puzzles and how long you spend in different situations. So I'm going to go ahead and take both of these because this is like early in the game. You can light them, but they don't do anything. They just sit there and burn. But let's see. There are a lot of ways to die in this game, actually. We will probably visit quite a few of them. So let's examine a few things here. This circular hatch is made of a strange stone set securely within a mortared base. Some enchantment has sealed it shut. Perhaps a magic spell would open the hatch. Okay, so we need to come back here at some point with a spell and open this hatch. And the only other thing I see is this, what is this? Lever. An ancient wooden lever protrudes from an iron plate set in the floor. So let's go ahead and use that. The lever moves under the force of your blow. In response, a stone section slides away from the wall, revealing an opening that holds a key. Okay, so the wall opened up right here. Let's grab that key. Probably got to use it on this door up here. Let's see. A strange pattern unlike anything you've seen before is carved into this solid iron door. And the door is locked. Alright, so pretty simple here starting out the game. No big deal. Believe me, they get much more difficult later. Let's unlock that door. You struggle with both hands to turn the key in the stubborn lock. A satisfying click echoes through the chamber as you toss the key aside. Basically, he just tosses away items, says you don't need them anymore. The door easily swings open. Alright. And now what? A damp, musty breeze wafts out from behind an altar set within the stone alcove. You note that the long hallway continues further into the mountain. So the hallway continues here. There's a torch up here. We're going to grab that. Looks like another one over here. Grab that. There's a dead skelly bones looking there on the floor, and there's a... Let's take a look at that. What is that? Rolled up parchment is secured with a dab of candle wax. Take that. Oh, it puts it in my satchel. Okay, so it goes in the archive. So there's going to be notes on this one. Let's open it up and check it out. You carefully open the scroll and read. You read the message scrawled on the scroll. Fandral, this missive is of utmost importance. We must coordinate our efforts, seek my obelisk in the Acolyte Den below the sewers. I fear the worst is upon us, but I have plans in motion that may yet avert disaster. It is signed with the name Lakmir. Okay, so Lakmir sent us here. He's basically writing this letter to someone else, letting me know this shit's going down, and he's got a plan in motion that may save things, but he wanted to advise the guy, whoever he was writing the letter to. Let's see if we can examine this skeleton here. Giving the skeleton a quick once-over, you find no obvious cause of death. You do, however, have a bad feeling about this. Can we use it or search it? Oh, I can open the skeleton. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, you pat down the corpse. Your rough handling produces a piece of parchment and a scroll, which you put in your pack. What do we got here? So, a scroll. Let's read this. You read the hastily scrawled writing on the parchment. Since it is the only means to capture and control the elements, you must hide the silver orb beneath the waters of the sewer. Hide the silver orb beyond the waters of the sewer. So that's a clue somewhere. We'll probably have to use. That's a clue to something we'll have to do later. Let's open up this scroll here. Scroll crackles as you unroll it. You read the message scrawled on the page. Brown, I have your dog. If you wish to sing the flying ace again, then bring the 3 pumpkins to the place beyond the harvest door. But be wary, for only one outfitted in a mask for the hallowed eve can gain entrance. There you must carve my visage and illuminate the sacrifices in the field of jack-o'-lanterns. Then I will be freed, and this will all end. Cordially, DP. So that's a clue, some sort of puzzle we have to solve later. There is... Oh wow, I didn't even really notice that at first. It's like looks like a wraith there. Statue of a wraith. Let's examine that. Strange markings and glyphs line the stone pillars that enshrouds the statue. One that depicts a hooded figure with a darkened visage. Okay, so it's all one part of one whole thing. So I was going to see if we could examine parts of it or anything. There is looks like a book there. Let's examine it. The old musty smell emanating from this book hints at its age. That book stank. Let's open it up. Something shifts under your feet as you open the book. Oh shit. Something shifts under your feet as you open the book. That's interesting. Huh. Close the book or let's read it. Oh hey. You scan the ancient manuscript, noticing most of the language is unintelligible. However, one particular word stands out from the rest. Invocan. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph glowing with power and quickly write down the strange marking in your spellbook. You have learned a spell! Awesome. Alright, so Invocan. Okay, so can we examine that, or... The translation of this spell glyph is Invocan. Your mind glimpses some spectral person at the edge of your consciousness. So does that mean like invoke? It's kind of like Latin almost. Does it mean invoke something or summon something maybe? Is there anything else I'm missing? That's the same thing it said when we walked in. So it appears to be everything here. Let's go down the hallway. See what's down here. Okay. A series of ancient doors encircle this small hallway. It looks as if a battle may have been fought here a long time ago. Okay. Got 3 doors. I don't see anything other than the skull here. Let's look at it. Maybe it talks too? This skull has a deep gouge in the back of its head, a telltale sign of a death blow from an axe. Oh, well. That sounded like it sucked. Can we take it? We can take it. Why would we want to take it? Should we take... Let's take the skull. Maybe it has a use later. You put the skull in your satchel. Alright. What is this? This hand-stitched sack is made from the hide of an animal. Which animal, however, is uncertain. Okay, so... Open it. You rummage through the sack and find a scroll. You put this in your satchel while discarding the sack. Okay, so he's pretty good about throwing away stuff you won't need later in the game. I guess that's pretty handy of him. Let's open this scroll and read it. While the writing is difficult to discern, you manage to glean a few key phrases. The danger is real. Alert the surrounding lands. Set off the passages into the Gatekeeper Mountains, or seal off the passages. The wax seal shows an eagle in flight and is signed by someone named Fandral. Okay, so we had a letter earlier to Fandral, right? Yeah, so it was to Fandral earlier from Lackamere, and I guess this is Fandral sending out a letter to other people warning them of the danger too. Is this a skeleton or something on the ground? This cluster of bones is still mostly intact. Dried sinew and muscle hold it together, but that's gross. Can we open it? You search amongst the bones of the skeleton, but find nothing that interests you. Okay. So, I guess we need to go through one of these doors. Let's see, can we open it? Ah, it was not locked. Okay, so, yeah, let's go through the center door. I don't see anything else in this room that I can use or interact with, so, yeah, let's go through it. Alright, well, we're going to wrap this episode up right here. If you haven't already, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. Tune in again next time. We're going to pick it up right back where we left off. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.